Welcome to Wild Sun Tarot. This is monthly reading for the zodiac sign of Libra. Welcome Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Today we will see your energy for the month of November. We will check your current energy, your past energy, and a little bit into your future, okay? And then we will also see how that energy reflects through your partnerships, through your material status, and also your overall well-being. So Libra, how are you? Your birthday season ended, and now we'll see what the energy is coming up. So recently we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant in the reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like you're slowing down a little bit, okay, Libra, in a good way. Like you're taking care of all aspects of your life, not only chasing one thing, right? So with the Eight of Pentacles, that's a very practical energy. You know, you're trying to, let's say, be careful of how you spare your time through work, through your day-to-day life, how you take care of your health, right? You're trying to go by the book. Maybe you're working on something when it comes to your work, because it's also very much in the energy of the Pentacles, right? So we have the Eight of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, Libra, you're creating kind of your, well, legacy is a big word, but you're creating your workspace, you're pursuing your career. Maybe you're also an entrepreneur, because that's very much entrepreneurial energy. So you're trying to create something, and you're being very particular of each step, right? So you're not just jumping with ideas, you really have a plan and you're performing it, right? For some of you, you have to watch out to not be too perfect about it, okay? But it feels like in your recent past, you've been just following that step. And you know, the trick here with the Hierophant is that it may be something that is unconventional for your you know, your environment, so your family or your culture. With the Hierophant in the reverse, there's like clash of some type of ideas, right? So maybe you're working on something that you didn't thought you would be working on. That's something unconventional. It's something that it's you know, maybe outside of the traditional roles that maybe happen in your family, but it is suiting you, like it is serving you. With the Queen of Pentacles, it feels like you're doing well. Right? Maybe traditionally you wouldn't be the one to, I don't know, create a career in your family, right? But that's what you're doing. And maybe it's also like something that is, again, this entrepreneurial energy, right? So you're creating something that wasn't done before, right? You're being your own kind of boss here, right? For others of you, if this is not about, you know, material matters, it could be as well about partnership. Like you're trying to create something stable, and somebody may be very different from your typical type, or maybe different from your culture, different values, but not anything crucial, because it feels like it's growing on a steady pace. Very nice energy, Libra. I will tell you, there was harsh energy for November. Yours is pretty nice, pretty smooth. So let's see how that plays out in this current month, okay? Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, no, sorry, the High Priestess. Look at that, both of them are in the reverse. Interesting. Because both of them are talking about a bit more spiritual background, okay? Okay, but I love to see the Chariot here. So you're really on the go. Like you're really pursuing something, you know, very intentionally. And I feel like with the Ten of Swords, it does talks about ending, but I feel like you're ending any ties that just don't serve you. So any, again, ideas, or like very often with the Hierophant, it's like it's culture or some type of, you know, tradition, ideas from our household that just doesn't match us anymore. And it's okay, you can grow out and be your own individual person with the respect to your elders or your past environments, right? And that's kind of, I feel like you're doing. There's a bit of a disconnection with the High Priestess, so you kind of you may feel a bit lost, okay? That's usually what happens when we're trying to kind of be our own person, right? When we're trying to figure out who we are and kind of go on our own, you may feel a bit lost at times. So there is this need for you this month to really write down or just meditate, or just make sure you know what is important for you. Even if it's just like a simple new career path, you need it's good it's good to have this kind of set of boundaries or values, right? If we don't follow particular religion or particular, you know, politic party, it's good to know which are your values and which are not. So then whenever you had to make a choice, you don't feel as conflicted, right? Whether it's a choice about partnership or your career, it's good to know where you stand. And I feel like that's what you will be working on during this month, to kind of understand yourself. With the Chariot, maybe you'll be traveling this month as well, in pursuit of that thing you're creating, already started to create in the past. So maybe it will be career matters, right? Your career will force you to travel. But for a lot of you, I also feel like, again, it's a mental travel. It's a travel to discover really what is important for you. Very often the Chariot is presented with this yin and yang energy, right? White and black. And again, it talks about understanding where you lies within the world, right? What can you accept, what you can't accept. And I feel like I'm talking to a Libra that it's just growing up on some level, you know, and we can grow up in any stage of life. You can be, you know, you can be 18, you can be 50 and still have some growing up to do. Or maybe something happened in your life where you're questioning your values and you're changing them. That's okay. But it's important to understand why and into what, right? And it feels like that's what you're doing. Beautiful energy. I'm so happy for you, Libra. Let's see how that goes into your future. We have one more card that already fell. Oh, look at that, the Empress. And there's a growth, you know. When you know from which point you go, you can grow. And then we have Three of Swords, of course, to just neglect what I'm saying. Now, Three of Swords, it's a card that is speaking about expression more than just a hard time. But we will go through it in a moment. Let's just have one more. Six of Wands. Okay. So again, I feel like for a lot of you, you're traveling somewhere due to work, or you need to present yourself, or like, present yourself, expose yourself to others, right? To social, to maybe you're launching something on social media. Maybe you're like, selling something and you will need to present it. Maybe you're making a presentation literally, but you will be, in the spotlight, like Six of Wands here. And again, it's connecting to overall growth, right? You may notice how this Three of Swords is still connected to this idea of different values that I'm talking about. So again, we have past, present, and future. It feels like I'm talking to a Libra who's really conflicted within. Because for some of you, it also may be that you were raised in an environment that you just don't agree with anymore. And that's why this hardship coming in, because when we realize that, you know, some of the values we were taught are actually not what we agree with, right? As an adult, we have our own mind, we meet other people. It may hurt. That's why this Three of Swords is here. But this Three of Swords is in the reverse position, which makes me feel like you don't really want to feel this energy, right? You don't really want to feel maybe bad or even angry at your past or at your environment. But, you know, all the emotions needs to be expressed. Doesn't mean you have to be angry towards them, but you can be angry within yourself and admit that, you know, maybe you feel like you've been betrayed or lied to, or it's hard to agree that, you know, people you're close with have maybe different ideas of life or of how your life's supposed to be than you are. But at the end of the day, you need to put yourself first, right? So again, beautiful energy of the Empress and the Six of Wands. It's achieving. You're achieving something this month, and if it's something you've been working on hard regarding your career, it's happening for you, Libra, at the moment. You know, it may be that also for some of you, I feel like maybe it's just conflicting within your partnership or with your family life for some of you. So you're kind of putting your growth first, and then maybe someone will be getting hurt here as well. For others, the Empress is your energy, Libra. It's a Venus energy. So I feel like you're just, you know, kind of like, how to say, I'm surprised the World is not here, the World card, because you're kind of like accomplishing, like you're accomplishing a circle, right? You've worked on something, you cut the unnecessary off, and now you have space to grow, and that's what's happening with you, okay? So wow, really nice energy, but it may be hard this month to kind of accept that maybe it's something that you may not have as much support or as much support from the close people that you expect, okay? It's not that they're against you, they just don't understand. They're different. And you kind of need to be here deciding that if this is what you want, you need to be enough for yourself to make this journey happen, okay? Because it's just something that is it's kind of farther away from the regular path you had before. Let's see how that connects within partnerships, with material matters, and your overall health. It's a tough energy, Libra, because I don't feel like it's bad, but I feel that not everyone may agree on it, right? And here we have 2 Pentacles in the reverse for the partnerships, the Magician, and one more, the Sun in the reverse. Okay, for some of you, Libra, I feel like you need to really decide if this will bring you happiness. Because for some of you, I feel like you're risking losing someone, okay? I don't see anyone going away for now. But because of 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, and I was really waiting for this card. And the Sun is a good card, but it's in the reverse. So I think it's a question. Like, is this your ultimate happiness, what you're pursuing right now? And I feel like it's mostly within career or like how you want your life to be, because you're putting your growth here within something on the first step, right? It's what you believe in. It may be different from others, but it's what you believe in, and this is important for you, right? So it may bring you happiness, but it feels like if you have a connection in your life, it feels like with the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, the energy is not balanced, right? So someone may feel like they're left behind, or someone may feel like they're not important, or someone may feel like there's just imbalanced energy between you two. Maybe a simple conversation could clarify that, right? Maybe where this person or this other traditional way lays in your life, but you didn't address that, right? And I feel like you didn't deal with your emotions for sure, because you're not activating your intuition, you're not listening to it, right? You're not it's kind of like you're moving and you're not thinking or feeling how that affects others, or how this may affect your relationship with others. Like, really, you're not. Maybe it's in your back of your head, but you're really not taking any action towards like making a solution here within your head. And then soon, and maybe some hardship that coming out of it. So I think you need to kind of decide where you lay in that. With the Magician, the reverse, regarding your overall growth, I think like it's a last step. You just need to go. So I think this journey this month will be that step, this movement, because you do put everything on the line here. You prepare the work. You have the money to fulfill whatever you want, or if it's not money, then material matters that to make this happen. You need to just make that action. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're confused if you should make that action, because again, there's something that may be hurted here. Someone may hurt here. And I would say that the answer is the High Priestess. You need to understand how you feel about this intuitively. And you know what, this is very hard for you, Libra, because you always want to make the right decision. You always want to make a fair decision, right? But what's fair? Is fair for you? It's fair for them? I think fair would be honest. So you need to be honest with yourself, so you can be honest with this other individual, or maybe even the whole, I don't know, family or community. And it's not easy, but I think that maybe for some of you, you just need to realize if what you've been doing is the fulfillment. Is that make you happy? Not if it will make you happy, but are you happy? And if you're happy, why? And why is the answer what you should invest in. If you're happy because of, this thing that you're creating, right? And this other stuff don't matter that much, then great, go for it. But if you're happy because you do have that support, or this community, or this person, and this other thing is an extra thing that maybe it's not worth sacrificing all you already had, right? Because in some way, this support brought you to the way you are. But you have to decide. You have to decide what is make you happy right now, not what will make you happy, not what may make you happy, because you never know that. But what's been making you happy so far in your life? Make a list since you're a baby. What was the most important? And that's how we learn what our values are. What is important for us? Because for everyone, it will be something different. For some of us, will be work. For some of us, will be our creative work. For others, money. For others, people. For others, just the way we go about life, how much we do. and in order to understand that, you need to check what's been making you happy so far, or maybe what's been making you miserable, because that also works. It's the same thing. Let's see the oracle card for you, Libra. What do you need to release? Yeah, it's kind of like reverse question, right? What do you need to release? It's also this 10 of Swords. So I don't feel like there's a card of decision here, but there is card of kind of like realigning your direction, which direction you're gonna go. What do you need to release? It feels like there is something you will need to admit to someone or to yourself, right? Sooner or later. Let's see one more, clarifying this reading. Okay, it fell down. Let's see what it is. It's strength. Interesting. So we have the strength card here. Today, I maintain control of my emotions. I rise above self-doubt. I affirm my own power and stand strong in my unshakable faith. Today, I know that I have the strength to overcome anything I encounter. I find my courage in the truth. Holding tight to the force of love, I triumph over fear. I agree, but also I don't like how it says maintain control of my emotions, because I feel like you need to check your emotions. You need to understand where do emotions wake up in you? What do you feel for, right? And then that will help you overcome anything you encounter, right? Like you need to understand what is important. So we're going back to the beginning, right? What are the values? What is important for me in my life to continue? And that's how you make it happen. So that's it for you, Libra. I hope this reading helped. If you would like a personal reading to get more in touch within your specific situation, all the informations are down below. I also do TikTok videos, so you can follow me there and check within the month of November every day what are the new messages there. And thank you so much for this month. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully with more decisive energy, or maybe with the energy of someone who already knows. And I wish you that, okay? Thank you so much for today. Have a great month. Bye-bye.